Wow.
And this amazing peptide, tripeptide that the cell manufactures,
Right.
is more powerful than any antioxidant you can take in.
Wow.
It not only is the primary antioxidant in the cell, but it is a detoxifier of the cell. It takes poisons out of the cell. It takes heavy metals out of the cell.
My gosh.
It's also a primary component of synthesizing protein, making protein usable by the cell. It also makes other antioxidants that you take in. When you take in vitamin C, vitamin D, E,
Right.
those antioxidants, how they are used by the cell is dependent upon how much glutathione is in the cell.
And how it can be received,
right,
correct?
and the glutathione makes it receivable.
Right.
Okay?
Something you said just a little bit ago that I think is really important for people to understand. When I would hear about glutathione products before, people would tell me, oh, it's hogwash because once it gets into the stomach, the acid in the stomach negates anything that it could possibly do. But what Dr. Keller came up with was a way, the delivery system that you were just talking about. So I want to emphasize that.
Right. You're not taking
more.
glutathione when you take our capsules.
Right.
You're taking the nutrients, and that's the key, is he put them into a formula that he got a patent on that kept the cysteine, which is one of the precursing nutrients, intact. Because normally the stomach would destroy it. Kept it intact and got it into the cell. Now the cell takes those and manufactures more of their own glutathione.
Right, so we're not delivering glutathione.
No,
we're not saying here's a box of glutathione.
No.
We're saying we're going to show your body how to regenerate glutathione, correct?
How to make more. And then we met him about 3.5 years ago and started looking at it, and we were blown away by the science. The science is amazing. The first supplement I had ever seen that what it does in the human body and in every cell could actually be measured, could be verified and quantified through blood tests. And that's what got me excited. So it wasn't just hype or hope or we hope it does better.
Right.
We could actually see the differences in glutathione levels after 60 and 90 days on the product.
It's in black and white.
It's in black and white.
You see it.
And then experientially, I asked him, I said, what will it do for a healthy person? Because I wasn't sick at the time. He said, do you ever get tired?
Except mentally.
There we go, yeah. Thank you, Sean. So he said, do you ever get tired in the middle of the day? And I said, yes, every day, about 1 to 2 o'clock, my energy level falls off a cliff. He says, in 1 week, won't be the case. You won't even get tired in the middle of the day. I said, you're kidding. Yeah. I said, are there stimulants in it? Because I hate stimulants because they make me jittery.
Well, they make you jittery, and then you're pooped after it wears off. You're like wiped out.
He said, no. He said, no stimulants in it. I call it stealth energy. He said, Steve, what we're doing is giving the cell the nutrition it needs to make more of this glutathione. And as glutathione levels go up, ATP levels in the cell go up, and it's ATP that gives us the real energy that we all long for.
Right.
So we're affecting energy levels at the cell. He said, energy you noticed is the wrong kind of energy. You should never notice the energy.
Right.
You just shouldn't wear down.
Exactly.
So I have 18 to 20-hour days, and I'm as good on the 18th hour as I'm on the first hour now since I've been on Max. That's GXL. If a person ever only took one of our products, GXL is the one they want to take. Yeah. But what happened is, because of the success of that product, because of the changed lives, scientists started taking note of us. Scientists from Utah and Clemson University made another breakthrough. They learned how to take molecule sizes of nutrients into a size so small that it would get instant absorption into the cell, could instantly begin doing amazing things with the cell. And as this one scientist told me, start providing more surface area contact with the cell, because he said all mitochondrial expression happens at the surface. And by literally nanosizing, by making those nutrient molecules smaller than any nutrient on the market, that they're able to get a lot more surface area contact, and they're able to pack a lot more nutrition into this liquid.
And that's infused.
That's infused. Normally, when you take a nutrient or a supplement, it takes 18 to 42 hours before it gets to a point where the cell can really use it. And but not so with N-Fuze.
Well, Steve, that brings me at this point. One thing that I've noticed is the level of doctors and scientists that you have working with Max is so far and above what I've seen with so many other companies out there. I mean, tell me about how you did this.
Well, you know, we didn't. What happened, Dr. Keller had a reputation, and he also had science, and he had research. He passed away recently.
Yes.
And from a very rare disease, but he brought such a level of science into the company to start out with. So it gave us that wonderful foundation. One thing that happened recently, we acquired a group of scientists from the University of Minnesota, a company called Cellgevity. The head scientist of that is Dr. Herbert Nagasawa. He's in his 80s, and he is one of the top scientists in the world, not only in glutathione enhancement, but in cellular function. He was the senior editor of the Journal of Medicinal Chemistry for 32 years. He was double professorship at University of Minnesota. 165 peer-reviewed papers paid for, granted, and published by the National Institutes of Health. I mean, and it goes on and on. Those are the kinds of people that have been collaborating with us and really have secured our future. We're going to be bringing Dr. Nagasawa's work into our product line in the very near future, and those are breakthroughs. He's got 9 patents, and I'm talking about major leap forwards in nutritional science, and we now have those. We acquired the company. But a picture's worth 1,000 words, so let me show you something. Come on.
Okay, let's go see.
Now look at this, Shani. Look at all the food. Now let me show you. You get all the vitamin C of 4 oranges. You get all the vitamin D of 8 glasses of milk. You get all the vitamin B6 of 70 eggs. You get all the niacin of 5 large potatoes.
Wow.
Okay. You get all the selenium of 3.5 pounds of tofu.
Whoa.
You get all the zinc of 4.5 cups of peas. I mean, it just goes on and on. You get all the vitamin E, look at this, all the vitamin E of 6 pounds of avocados.
That's a lot of
this,
guacamole.
okay? All of this in 1 ounce. None of the calories, none of the fat.
Do we know how many calories this would total?
I can't even imagine. Think of all the cholesterol in the eggs,
Many.
though, okay? I mean, it just goes on and on. It's amazing. So that's the breakthrough of nanosizing, is it leaves so much room in 1 ounce of liquid that we can give you all the nutrition of this. Now, some of these things, all of these things have other nutrients, but what you're getting is the specific. Like you get all the vitamin A from a cup of spinach. Now, you don't get any of the fiber. Spinach you have to have for fiber, okay? So it's not like you get really replace all of this.
You're getting specific things.
Specific things. You get all of the folate of 40 spears of asparagus. You know, we all know how good folate is. You get all the vitamin B2 of 6 cups of almonds. You get all the vitamin B1 of 150 cloves of garlic.
Oh my
None of the bad breath, okay?
Hello.
Okay.
Gosh,
you get all the
so
vitamin
good for
B12.
you.
Think about vitamin B12. You get all of the vitamin B12 that you would get from 2 gallons of yogurt. So, I mean, it just goes on and on. Not only do we give you all the vitamins and minerals that you need in this, but the nanoactivators target the other protectors of the cell. The critical protectors of the cell, besides glutathione, are catalase, CoQ10. Every cardiologist knows about CoQ10. And SOD, superoxide dismutase. Okay, so what we're doing with this is we're getting the precursing nutrients that the cell needs to manufacture more of those protectors, their enzymes.
I am a believer because it's worked for me.
Well,
and it's worked for Larry.
And our next segment is one that I'm excited about. It's our Athlete's Corner. So you get to hear firsthand the difference, and Max is making a difference with athletes, not just in how they feel, but the recovery times, and athletes are getting excited like nothing. Wait till you see our next segment.
We'll be right back.
To find out more about Max International, our products, and our opportunity, talk to the person who introduced you to MaxGXL TV.